is Lauren with Sweet Home Sewing, and we are going to be working on the holly tree skirt from Fig Tree. Okay, as you know from my video earlier, I have already put together my 9 patches. I've done my big and my small half square triangles. I did my big set of dark and light green blocks here. Now we're going to do the ones with the cream fabric. Since there's only 16 of these, I figured I'd go ahead and do these on camera. So I have 8 of my low vol, or my 8 of my light green and 8 of my dark green. First we're going to do is we are going to get our cream fabrics, and we're just going to piece all of these, like pair them all up together. And since these are directional, I'm making sure these all go the same way. Now, they may not all go the same way once I get them in, like some of them may turn once I get them in the, on the tree skirt, but at least they're all the same way right now. We're just going to keep doing this. So we've got 8 dark green and 8 light green. And where is the rest of mine? Supposed to have more. Hold on. Okay, I'm missing. Ew. Whoops. Hold on. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna put these to the side. I read down too far, so we're gonna do 4 light and 4 dark. That's what we're doing. Okay. We're not gonna have 8 or 16 total. We're gonna have 8 total. I read down 1 too far. These over here to the side. Okay, and then let's just cut these apart. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these over to the iron, and I'm going to press these to the green side, and then whenever I get done, we'll come back and put our tops. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have them all pressed. Now we're going to put our rectangle pieces. We're going to just sew this up to the top, and you want to make sure your green square is on the left side. You don't want to turn it over to where it's on the right. It needs to be on the left. So we are going to just sew. I'm going to grab these and just sew all the way onto the top of all 8 of these. And I leave mine in a stack right here next to where I'm sewing. And I have them the way that they need to go. That way they don't I don't get in a, I'm just kind of sewing along and I don't accidentally, whoops, hold on. I don't accidentally flip one over or something. So I have them laying just the way that they need to be sewn. Victoria, baby. Can I help you? You see the camera? It's funny because I kept trying to get her to come in here earlier with me, and then she doesn't come in here until I record. Little toot. Okay, they can't see, baby. You're blocking the camera. You blocking the camera. Hey. Okay, she's gonna move now. Okay, I'm gonna press these, take these over there to the iron, and I'm actually gonna press these towards the white rectangle or cream. You're gonna fall off, baby. The cream rectangle we just put on, so I'm gonna press it towards up. I'm gonna press it up. Y'all, she was playing with me earlier and she bit the mess out of me. I don't know if you can see that. I got a bite mark here and a bite mark here. It bled like crazy. It's probably sore. But anyways, okay, let me press these and I'll be right back. Okay, here are our little sets. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put together our first, I guess, little unit. I need 2 of my big half square triangles. I need 2 of my unit 4s, which are I need a dark and a, hold on, let me get them dark. Little Miss Victoria is laying on them. I need a dark and a light. This is our white background. Then, okay, so this is gonna be our first little half part of our unit. So we're gonna sew these together first. So what we're gonna do is both of our half square triangles are gonna be going the same way. So our dark green is going to be going up. So we're going to get one of these. Then I'm going to get my dark square, and then we're going to lay it like this. And I'm actually going to put this where the half square triangle is at first, the seam. Okay, our next one, we're going to put this to the side, but we're going to put our half square triangle. This is going to go up, and then we're going to put a rectangle is going to be down. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry, my daddy called. Okay, so our white rectangle is going to be on the bottom, and our light green square is going to be on top. That way it's going to touch our light green. So the other one, our dark green square, touched our dark green. Now the light green is going to touch our light green. Turn these over and just stitch. I get to deliver my tree skirts tomorrow, and I cannot wait to give them to everybody. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take these over to the iron, and I'm going to press towards this little patch right here, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what we have. Now I'm going to nest my seams, and we're going to stitch. I have gotten questions on if I ever like pin or not. I pin sometimes, but I used to pin all the time when I first started, but I don't pin as much as anymore. Just do what you feel comfortable with. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna press this open. That way, because there's a lot right there in that middle. Okay, we're gonna make another unit of that, but kind of different. We need 2 more half square triangles. We need another light and another dark. So, only this time, our half square triangles are going to be going this way. So last time, how were they going? They were going this way. No. Did I mess that up? No. Okay. actually our Haskell triangles are going to be going the same. We're just going, no they're not. I'm sorry. So this, our half square triangle, our green was up. This one, our half square triangles, our green are going down. So then what we're going to do is our green, with our little block with our light green, we're actually going to turn it, it looks like this way. So this is what it's going to look like. This one's going to look like this. And then this one is going to look like this. So our rectangles are actually going to be going to the outside. Sometimes I struggle with directional and all of that mess. So forgive me. I think this is the one I need. Looks like a Z, but I believe that's an N. Oops, sorry, Victoria. Okay, I'm going to press these same way I did the last one. Away from the half square triangles. Okay, making sure our, oh no, I know I did it right. I thought I messed up. Okay, so making sure our block with the light green block is on the outside, and we're going to nest those seams. I thought I messed up. Hopefully I did it. And if you saw my video this morning, I went ahead and put the quilting ornaments from Erica in the description box. I put the print and the PDF file and actually the printout, like you order the little booklet. I put those both in the description box in case y'all were curious. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get the first one we did, and we're going to get our little end rectangle, and we're going to add this right there to this side because we're going to attach I'm going to press towards that little sashing we just did. Okay, this is what this block looks like. And we're going to put this block. These are going to be like our little leaf units for our holly berry. I really wish I would have starched my low volume or my background fabric. Okay, so this is what this one looks like right here. And we are going to be making 4 of these, but we're only going to do 1 on camera. Now we're going to do our little, add our little 9 patch. So what we're going to do, we're going to get one of our 9 patches. And when I press, I'm going to press away from the 9 patch, since it has seams and the other one doesn't. I'm going to press towards those squares. Okay, so this is what we have. Now we're going to put these on our leaf block. This is going to be a big, I didn't realize how big this tree skirt was going to be. I think it's like a 54 square? No, 57 square. Are there any seams to match up? No. Right here. Hold on, let me make sure. Yes, we are actually going to be nesting these seams right here. I'll show y'all here in just a second. And I'm going to press towards this berry section where our 9 patch is, and then I'll show you where we're going to meet those fabrics. So this right here is where we're going to meet our fabric. This little red patch up into our sashing. But this is going to be one of our holly units. So we are going to be making 4 of these. The next unit we're going to make, I'm going to go ahead and make, we're going to make these, let me go ahead, let's go ahead and make the others. We'll go ahead and make the others that we're going to do. This is going to be with the dark fabric, with our cream. I need 2 of these, 2 of my half square triangles. I need a dark unit, and then I need a light unit. So I need a light with our cream unit, and then I need a dark with our white unit. So, same thing. These are going to go up. I'm directionally challenged. And then put this down. Okay. Okay. We're going to press. We're going to sew, nest those seams. I'm going to press open, and then we'll do our other side. It just looks nice, and not that it looks nice, but it just, with that bulk right there, I like to press open. So here's this block, and now we're going to do the opposite side just like we did the last one, but with our cream. We're going to get a light low volume and then a dark cream. So just like before, our light low volume is going to go with the rectangle to the outside. And then, like job together. Wait. What did I do? I totally messed these up. Hold up. Let me fix them. Hold on. Okay. This is why it's important to pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. This. So our dark green is going down. Dark green is going down. And it goes up. Okay. And this is why it's important to pay attention to what you're doing. It was bound to happen with me because I always end up doing something like this. It never fails. Something with directional fabric like that, it always happens. Not directional fabric, but you have to have the blocks a certain way. It never fails. I always somehow always tend to turn them the wrong way. Okay, press this open. I need my G squares. Now we are going to get another N, our low volume, and add these in between, just like we did our other one. Always make sure, because sometimes this plate right here will make my seams like turn them, so I always try to make sure my seams are the correct way. Okay, I'm going to press this towards our little sashing strip. Okay, now sew this one on. G squares for our Holly block. Our G squares are going to be our cream. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell our cream fabric from our low volume. Okay, we're going to get another Holly block. And of course, my thread is going to run out. Okay, let me fill my bobbin and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to put a couple, it's right there at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that was, okay. And I am making sure my fabric is facing a certain way because it is like, it has a little direction on it. So, okay. I'm going to press these towards the blank squares that I just put on. Okay. And now we're going to add this to our block. Okay, and remember we're going to match those seams. There's two seams right here. Okay, now I need my F. Got all these labeled with Post-its because I don't know where all my alphabetties and all that are. Okay. Now we're going to get our F rectangle. We're going to sew that to the bottom of where our 9 patch is. Our little berries. I'm going to press towards this rectangle right here. Here is our next unit. We'll make 4 of these. So we make 4 of the ones that we did a minute ago, and then we're going to make 4 of these. And this is our cream all the way down here at the bottom. So the next one we're going to do is, okay, Victoria, you're all messed up, baby. Sit over there. Okay, so next we're going to do is we are going to take one big and one small. And I forgot to sew some of these units. Hold on. I forgot. Where's my little... Okay. Let me sew... I need a dark and a light, so I'm going to do this real quick. I forgot to do this. So I need a dark and a light. So we're going to kind of do what we did at the beginning of where we had the rectangle on top, only we're just pairing them up and that's it. So I need a dark and a light, so this one I'm going to do real quick. I'm just going to... And I'm going to press towards the green squares. Now, we're going to take our small half square triangle with the dark green facing down and the light green that we just did. We're going to put the green to the green and sew. Now, our big one, we're going to put our dark to the bottom, and then we're going to put where the black or the dark green's up top and our low, like our low volume is right there at the bottom, and we're going to sew it like that. Y'all, I can't talk tonight. Okay, I am going to press towards away from the half square triangles. And now we're going to sew those two together. So this is what we'll have. We can press and match our little seams right there at the beginning. am going to press, oh, I'll press open on these. Okay, now on this side we're going to take one of our, and this is going to be, this is sticking out too much, so I'm actually going to trim that down real quick because that's got a good 1/4 inch or so sticking out, and I don't know why. So I'm going to trim that off. Make sure everything's kind of lined up. Actually, no, I'm not. Never mind. Okay. We're going to take one of our holly blocks. We do need to meet those seams. I'm going to press towards my holly block. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. We're going to do the mirror image kind of deal to the other side a little bit. So we need another dark, or another large, another small, another dark and light. So let me make a couple more of these. Okay, pressing towards the green. Okay, this time, no, okay, so this time our dark is going to be facing up. And if you wanted to get real, like, whatever, you can make sure your directional fabrics are all the same. I'm not doing that because I'm just not. Okay, dark green is up, then our light green is going to go, our light green little piece is going to go up and down. It's going to go vertical. This over, make sure my seams are nesting right there. I'm just going to press up. I'm not even going to worry about pressing that to one side. Okay. Then I'm going to put a holly block on the outside. Okay, this one's a little bit not. Making sure those seams nest. And I'm going to press towards the 9 patch. going to get an O rectangle. Where are my O's? These O's, yes. Put these in the middle. Okay, press towards the sashing. Other. Okay, now we need our M's. We need 2 M's. Then we need 1 holly block. These holly blocks ought to look better than they do. It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to press these towards the rectangles we just added. Okay, now we're going to add this to the bottom. Like these seams right here are going to nest. Press towards the piece that we just put on. Okay, and this is what we have. So we have this right here. Then we have this one. Sorry, Victoria. Then we have this one. So we're going to make 4 of each of these, okay? So we'll make 4 of these, 4 of these, and then 4 of these. Let me move my camera, hold on. I got thread all over me, guys. Okay. The next ones, I'm going to go ahead and make all the rest of these before we move on, because the next one we're going to be doing are actually we're not, okay, so all I got to do is make these blocks, it looks like, and then we will start joining everything. So I started looking at this pattern, and the pattern is really not hard at all. All it is all of these blocks here, and then you're adding in your backgrounds and everything else. What I'll do, y'all hear Stella? She's got her squeaky toy. We're only going to make one of that row. And then the next one, we're going to make two. I'm trying to kind of read through the instructions, and this is center triangle E on block C is shown below. And okay, and then what we'll do is we'll make like one of the corners, like one of these corners here. Yeah, so this will be like the outside. So we'll do one of these, two of these, and then how many of those? Should be 4 of those. Yeah, I think it's 4 of those. But see, y'all, it's gonna be easy. So, it is showing where your points, like where your seams will meet. And then you'll cut off some stuff. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish. I don't know if I'll see what time it is when I get off here. But I'm going to go ahead and start working on all of these little blocks. That way we can go ahead and start putting, or start assembling everything. Kind of got everything in a mess right now. I need to go ahead and finish doing these little units before I do anything else. I need to make these. Because I kind of forgot about them. There should be 16 of them. Where are my dark? Oh, they're right here. I thought I lost them. So, anyways, so they're really, really easy. I thought this was going to be a little bit more difficult than it was, but it's really not. There's a lot of cutting for your prep. Then you got to make your strip sets, all your half square triangles. So there's a lot of little like prepping to get ready, and a lot of other little blocks for your that hair is sticking out, and it's on my nerves. A lot of like little preps to make some of your small blocks that go into your bigger units. So but there's a lot of that, but it goes, you saw how fast that went. I mean, this is a little bit that's on my nerves. Okay, that's better. All I can see is a hair sticking out, and it's like on my nerves. But anyways, it's pretty easy. I don't know how many of y'all are making this. I'm sure you can still, I know you can probably still get this on Figtree website. I'm sure you can get this on Fat Quarter Shop. I would just Google if you don't have the pattern and want it. I'm pretty sure you can probably buy this on Figtree and actually just get the PDF. That's what I've been doing, is I've just been buying the PDFs now that I got a color printer, and then putting them in my page protectors, and that's just because I have them instantly and I don't have to wait for them to be shipped, and I don't have to pay shipping and all that. But if you got an order for something and want to do this, this will go together really quick. So you could probably get this done by the time you put up your Christmas tree. I know I'm putting mine up. I wanted to put it up tonight, but my husband didn't get home until after dark, and we had gone to Russell Stover's and stuff like that, but because we don't celebrate Halloween anymore. It's just gotten too much. So I wanted to put my Christmas decorations up, but he didn't get home until after dark, and I didn't feel like having him in there after he's just exhausted. So we'll do it tomorrow. And I was not going to try to get that Christmas tree down by myself because I don't want to hurt Cadence. She would try to help me, but I don't want to drop something and hurt her. So I'll just wait for my husband. But I'm probably going to work on this for a little bit longer, turn on my TV, and get to sewing. So let me know if y'all are doing this along with me. Like I said, I will be starting these soon. I need to get this done. I may honestly put it off a little bit. I may work on it here and there, but I'm thinking about going ahead and starting these because I really want to get these done. I need to go ahead and pull all my fabric out for this to figure out what I'm going to do. But I did link in my video before this where it says Let's Chat. I did link the actual book you can get or the PDF. I put both links on there. She does have her new on there. I just don't know if I'm going to buy it. Like I said earlier, I'm not real, I mean, they're cute, but I'm like trying to think because I'm not sure if I'm going to do them or not. I may just, I don't know. I do like how she did the binding on those instead. So, but I think I'm going to, like I said, I think I may put lace on those. What is this, sweet girl? Come here. And she's over here being all sweet. Aren't you? Now she wants down. I love this little kitty cat. I thought I'd have to worry about her with that Christmas tree, and honestly, she's not that bad. Her brother, on the other hand, is horrible. So I'm kind of nervous about my tree. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. So anyways, well, I guess that's all for this video. This is going to be a full-length video. I'm not going to really cut it or anything like that. That way y'all can kind of see what's going on. I want y'all to be able to see my mistakes and everything. That way it helps me learn. Like having to rip those out because I put my half square triangles backwards. So it's one of those to where it's trial and error. You kind of learn as you go, and you kind of learn like mistakes you make. I always end up turning something like that. It never fails. Like I said, it is what it is. Thankfully, you're able to rip it out and turn it around, and you don't totally like mess it up to where you have to make it all over again. So I will hopefully be back. Hopefully I'll be back in a couple of days and we can start putting this together. I'm going to get me a drink of water, get this uploaded, and then I'll come in here, and I definitely want to try to get at least the first 4 that we worked on. I want to try to get those at least done. I may try to sew until my daughter gets home. She went to Haunted House tonight in Fort Worth, and it makes me nervous because people act like idiots, and they like to drink and they like to drive, and it scares me. So I probably won't be able to really sleep until I know she's back out this way safe. So anyways, I hope y'all are having a good night, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.